Hey everybody, I hope you're doing awesome today. Decided to switch it up a little bit. I'm outside here in my backyard. Figure the natural light can accentuate my hair a little bit. If you're a rookie in the home buying process, or maybe it's your first time ever purchasing a home, there are some things that you need to look for and some things that you need to make sure that you do so that you make a good investment in that property and you don't lose money. So in this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to purchase a home and feel really good about it, knowing that you made a sound financial decision. The first mistake that you need to make sure that you avoid is not negotiating with the seller. I know if you're buying a home for the first time, or maybe you're a rookie in this whole process, it's a little intimidating, right? And you might think to yourself, I really don't want to have to haggle with the seller. I just want to give them what they're asking for. Well, that's a big no-no. Do not do that. And that's where somebody like myself, a real estate professional, comes into play for you. So on your behalf, they will negotiate with the seller and ask for things that you need. And of course, be reasonable, right? I've seen some crazy things that folks ask for during the whole process, but if you're reasonable, then chances are that yes, the sellers will work with you and help you out. My name is Stephen Kodabash, for those that don't know me, and I'm a realtor located here in the northern Atlanta area, and I get to help people buy and sell houses all the time. So negotiating with that seller it's a big deal, and it's something that you need to make sure you rely on your real estate agent to help you with. A second mistake that I see people make is not having enough money left over for renovations. So think about this. You're going through this whole process, you've got money to put down on a home, there are closing costs, there are moving expenses, and all of these fees that are associated with the purchase of a home. Then you get into the home and you realize, it would be nice to update the kitchen, or it would be nice to renovate the bathroom, or whatever project that comes to mind. But then you don't have money for it. So when you go through the entire process, make sure that you're budgeting properly. And once again, make sure you consult with your realtor and you guys talk about the budget of the entire process. Sometimes we get caught up in the moment of what we're working on at the time, and maybe we're trying to get funds together for a down payment, and that's all that we're thinking of. So make sure that you think long term, and do not forget those expenses that could pop up when you move in, such as a renovation. Speaking of when you move in, there are things that could happen with appliances and things like that. So it's a good idea to at least think about getting a buyer's home warranty when you close on a property. Hey, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me. Come on. My hair is worth it, right? My hair is worth it for you to hit that button. Another mistake that happens with folks that don't have a lot of experience in this whole process is they'll want to settle on the first house that they find. Please don't do that. And I'll tell you, as a realtor myself, I would love it, right? If my clients find a house that they fall in love with and that they're sure that they want to purchase, but if it's the very first one that we see, I oftentimes tell them, hey, look, let's at least go see 2 or 3 more minimum to get an idea of what else is out there, because you never know. You might find something else that better suits your needs. So just keep an open mind and don't look at that very first house and fall in love with it. At least look at other options that are out there so you have something to compare with. The next mistake, and I hate this one really it makes my heart hurt when people get into this situation. Purchasing a home that's way over budget. Do not do that. At the very beginning of the process, pull out a spreadsheet. I'm a big spreadsheet and numbers person. I like to look at finances. I like to look at all the numbers and crunch them all. But take a look at what you can afford and put that number in a spreadsheet or write it down and stick with it. Stick to that number, because believe me, let's say your budget is $600,000. If you even start to look at homes that are $650,000, $675,000, and you know that they're out of budget for you, chances are you could fall in love with one of them. And then you get this emotional attachment to the property. And next thing you know, you've purchased a home that you know you should not be buying. And then that first mortgage payment rolls around and you're stressed, right? You're strapped for cash and things are really tight each month. That's the last thing that I ever want for any of my clients. I want them to be perfectly happy with the home that they're in, and I don't want them to regret it after they've gone through the entire process and then they find out, oh my goodness, we can't afford this. So stick to your budget. While you're on my channel, do me a favor and check out this video where I talk about home buyer remorse. As I mentioned before, that's the last thing that I want for anyone is to get into a property and be unhappy. So in this video, I talk about those things that you can do to avoid home buyer's remorse. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a look at this video. I hope this helps you out. I hope this video helps you to go through this process and feel really good about it, and more importantly, be super happy with the property that you purchase. I know that if you haven't done this before, or maybe you've only done it once before, it can seem like an intimidating process. But if you have a good team of a good real estate agent and a good lender, those people will work together to help make sure that you're completely satisfied at the end of your entire process. Stay tuned for another video next week. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and you take care of yourself. See you on the next one.